Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. Vaccination drive for expats begins in South Al Batinah. Oman's health expenditure grows 22%, reaches 972 million Omani riyals. 6 billion Omani riyals plan to develop tourism destinations in the Far, says the ministry. Electricity companies cancel bills, will reissue updated dues. European countries continue evacuation of citizens from Afghanistan. Biden takes responsibility for every decision taken on Afghanistan, says US NSA. New Zealand confirms 6 new Delta cases, all linked to first case. Oman's 2020 World Cup campaign to begin on 17th October. These were the top headlines from our newsroom today. Let's see how the weather condition looks like in the Sultanate in our weather update.
This is Maytha Al-Shukeli with today's weather update, and right now I'm reporting from inside the TFM studio in Al Khoir. Before we move on to our weather update, here is our fact for today. The global temperature has increased from 0.6 to 1 degree Celsius till the 20th century. That is our fact for today, and now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in the Sultanate. According to Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities, there will be clear to partly cloudy skies along the coastal areas of Oman Sea and chances of convective cloud formation and thunder showers over Al-Hajar Mountains in the afternoon. There's also possible dust rising winds over Al-Wusta, North and South Sharqiyya, Al-Dakhiliyya and Al-Dhahira. And now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be sunny, temperatures between 35 to 28 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 36 to 31 degrees Celsius. North Al Batinah will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 33 to 31 degrees Celsius. South Al Batinah will have thunder showers, temperatures between 38 to 27 degrees Celsius. Al Buraymi will have thunder showers, temperatures between 44 to 31 degrees Celsius. Al-Dhahira will have thunder showers, temperatures between 44 to 32 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhiliyya will have thunder showers, temperatures between 40 to 26 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiyya will have thunder showers, temperatures between 38 to 24 degrees Celsius. South Al-Sharqiyya will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 38 to 26 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 42 to 26 degrees Celsius. And the Far will have thunder showers, temperatures between 27 to 24 degrees Celsius.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Before we get into the details of the local stories for today, let's see how the COVID-19 situation looks like in the Sultanate. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 6 new death cases due to coronavirus in Oman today. With this, the total confirmed deaths in the Sultanate now stands at 4,013. The health officials have also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 147 new coronavirus in Oman today. With this, the total confirmed cases in the Sultanate now stands at 300,728, which also includes total recoveries of 289,130, as well as total deaths of 4,013. In the last 24 hours, 208 recoveries were also registered. The health officials have urged all the citizens and residents living in the Sultanate to follow the precautionary measures issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. And now from a local desk. The Ministry of Health started vaccinating expats in South Al Batinah Governorate this morning. The Directorate General of Health Services in South Al Batinah Governorate started a campaign to vaccinate expats with the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. It targets expat workers in barber shops and beauty salons for women, farmers and workers in meat and poultry stores in the 6 states of the Governorate, Oman News Agency said in a statement. The vaccination centers in the Governorate are in the Sports Complex Center in the Wilayat of Rustaq, Numan Hall in the Wilayat of Barqa, Majlis Al-Shabiya in the Wilayat of Musanna, Wali's Office Hall in the Wilayat of Al-Awabi, Omani Women Association Hall in the Wilayat of Wadi Al-Mawil, and a Nakhal Health Center for workers in the Wilayat of Nakhal. The Directorate General of Health Services in South Al Batinah Governorate is vaccinating expats with the aim of limiting the spread of the virus, as vaccination will help reduce cases of infection. This is a part of the national campaign carried out by the Ministry of Health to immunize against COVID-19. The total expenditure by the Ministry of Health in Oman rose 22.6% to 972.5 million Omani Riyals in 2020 compared to 793.3 million Omani Riyals in 2019, a new report reveals. The total number of health centers and polyclinics operated by the ministry reached 211, the annual health report 2020 shows. This includes 54 health centers with a capacity of 84 beds and 21 polyclinics, in addition to 51 hospitals having 5,262 beds at the end of 2020. Also, a field hospital was designated exclusively for COVID-19 cases with 202 beds. Many services were also added to these institutions in order to improve the quality of health services provided at all levels, the report added. The total number of workers in the Ministry of Health reached 38,566 at the end of December 2020, with an Omanization rate of 73%. In contrast, development expenditure of the Ministry of Health decreased to 15.7 million Omani Riyals in 2020 from 21.6 million Omani Riyals in 2019. With regard to other vital indicators, the report said that the birth rate among Omanis was 28.6 1,000 population in 2020, while the death rate among Omanis was 3.2 per 1,000 population in 2019. The death rate among children under 5 years of age decreased to 9.3 per 1,000 births in 2020 compared to 10.2 per 1,000 births in 2019, and the infant mortality rate, which is less than 1 year per 1,000 live births, decreased from 8 to 7.6 for the same period. The report also showed the control of measles, where no case of the disease has been recorded in 2020. The Ministry of Heritage and Tourism is planning to develop tourism destinations in Dhofar and is bracing to launch an investment management to the tune of 6 billion Omani Riyals. Unveiling the comprehensive tourism development plan to be undertaken, His Excellency Salim Muhammad Al Mahrouki, Minister of Heritage and Tourism, said on Tuesday that a number of workshops will be organized shortly to elaborate the details of the plan. The minister further noted that the workshops cover 7 main axes, including the challenges, enablers, and proposed solutions to handle issues relevant to all tourism-related sectors. The Sultanate has embarked on implementing the greatest portion of a recovery plan in the aftermath of coronavirus pandemic waves that impacted the tourism sector. The plan includes the implementation of safety procedures, health protocols, and directives issued by the departments concerned to overcome the crisis and bring the tourism sector back to its previous levels as soon as possible. The minister made the statement during his meeting with tourism developers and the business community in the Governorate of Dhofar. He affirmed the ministry's resolve to press ahead with nationalizing jobs in the tourism sector, an objective that falls within the shared national responsibility. Now, electricity companies have cancelled bills issued for May and June. Bills will be recalculated according to the new billing system. The move comes after the recent announcements of new tariffs, following which The Muscat Electricity Distribution Company has released a statement. The company is currently working on recalculating citizen account bills for May and June, and the company will stop these channels until the completion of recalculation. Upon completion, each subscriber will receive a notification of a consolidated bill for May, June, and July according to the system. The amount paid by the subscriber for any part of this period will be deducted from the total due. Recalculation is still in process, and as a result, the notification is expected to be issued in the second week of September. This was all from our local desk for today. It's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from International Desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from our international desk. European countries are continuing their evacuation efforts on Tuesday to help nationals out of Afghanistan after the Taliban entered the capital and seized most part of the country. The Belgian government has authorized the launch of an evacuation operation according to a statement from the Ministry of Defense issued yesterday. The first aircraft, a Falcon 7X, took off Tuesday afternoon from Melsbrook to Islamabad in Pakistan, which is to be followed by an A400M and two C-130 aircraft, according to Minister of Defense. Romania has sent a plane to Afghanistan on Tuesday as well to evacuate citizens from the country, said the Ministry of National Defense. Romania's foreign ministry said on Tuesday that 27 Romanian citizens were still in Afghanistan after 16 managed to leave the previous night. The Spanish Air Force has also sent two military transport planes to help with the evacuation of Spanish nationals and Afghans who have worked with the Spanish in past years. Spain's central government and many of the regional governments have said they are willing to welcome refugees from Afghanistan. US President Joe Biden is taking responsibility for every decision the American government took with respect to Afghanistan, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said on Tuesday as the war-ravaged country plunged into crisis following Taliban takeover. Addressing reporters, Sullivan said President Biden is taking responsibility for every decision the United States government took with respect to Afghanistan because, as he said, the buck stops with him. I am also taking responsibility, and so are my colleagues, the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the directors of our intelligence agencies. We as a national security team collectively take responsibility for every decision, good decision, every decision that doesn't produce perfect outcomes. That is what responsibility is, Sullivan added. Afghanistan descended into chaos after the Taliban took control of the capital city Kabul and the government led by President Ashraf Ghani collapsed. As the security situation in the country deteriorates, US President Biden was criticized as violence in Afghanistan escalated only after American announced troops withdrawal. During an address to the nation on Monday, Biden said he stands squarely behind his decision to withdraw the US forces from Afghanistan. I stand squarely behind my decision, Biden said in a speech at the White House on Monday. He continued saying that after 20 years, I have learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw. He also admitted that the situation in the war-torn country unfolded more quickly than Americans anticipated. New Zealand confirmed 6 new Delta cases of COVID-19 in the community on Wednesday, including one fully vaccinated nurse from an Auckland hospital. All the 6 cases were linked to the first community case that resulted in a country's second national top-level lockdown starting Tuesday midnight. That brings the total number of community cases to 7. Under the lockdown, businesses and schools are closed except for essential ones such as supermarkets and service stations. Prime Minister of New Zealand said genome sequencing results confirming that it is the Delta variant that is linked to genome sequencing of cases in Australia's New South Wales outbreak. She said that our case has originated in Australia. The trans-Tasman free quarantine travel started in April and was suspended last month due to the outbreak in Australia's several states. Once again, it's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV, you're watching Midday Update, and now from a sports desk. Oman's national cricket team is all set to play its first World Cup game on home soil. With the 2020 Cricket World Cup being jointly held in Oman and the UAE, the home side's preliminary round match against PNG will take place at 2 p.m. Bangladesh will play Scotland at 6 p.m. at Amirat Cricket Ground on the same day, which is October 17th. Oman's crunch match will come 3 days later against Bangladesh, who are also with them in Group B. The men in red will take to the field at 6 p.m. after Scotland play PNG earlier that afternoon. Should Oman win their first 2 games, they will seal qualification to the next round of the tournament, the Super 12. Group B's final match-up see Oman play Scotland at 6 p.m. following the game between Bangladesh and PNG. We are quite confident of making it to Super 12, said Oman head coach Duleep Mandes. He continued saying that we have defeated both Scotland and PNG in the past and there is no reason to believe we cannot do it again. Although you can take any side lightly in a T20 game, playing on our own soil certainly adds to our confidence. Ahead of the World Cup, Oman has invited India's domestic giants Mumbai, who will travel to the country for a series of 20 and 50 over games. With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be coming with more updates and latest news your way tomorrow. So keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.